What is up, everybody? Welcome back to your official WPBL podcast. My name is Ashton Lansdell. I am your host. And, every time I hear that song, I feel like it's like my own little walk-up song now. It just gets me in the mood and gets me ready to be on the pod. And working that music behind the scenes, we have our voice of God, I like to call him. We know him as Toronto Mike. Mike, how you doing back there, buddy?
Ash, that could be your walk-up music.
It could be. It's like it gets like a little head nod. It gets you in the groove. Like I like it.
Like we could make that happen. You're dreaming at a level
could.
that we could actually make it happen.
No, that is true. Maybe we'll have to see one day.
So Ashton, in addition, I want to find out like what you've been up to because I live precariously through you. But I also want you to know that in addition to being a professional baseball player, you're kind of a rising media star. Are you aware of how many people are checking you out as a podcaster and on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm somewhat aware, and a lot of times I do have to remind myself that like I tell myself a lot like I'm not a content creator, it's never something that I wanted to be, but some things just happen and some things just fall in your lap, and a podcast host kind of was one of those things. And it's honestly pretty cool. Like I feel like I kind of have a knack for it. I just like talking to people and meeting new people and just having conversations. So I think it just comes to me naturally. Same thing with the social media stuff and just media all in general. But I mean, it's pretty cool. Like, it's never something I envisioned myself doing very often or even for like a career, but here we are and I'm honestly loving it. It's so much fun and I just love having conversations and meeting new people. And yeah, I feel like that's what puts a smile on my face most days.
And this is episode 8 of
officially
the WPBL
now that
podcast.
we know. Yes, we officially know it's episode 8. I might have said that last episode, so this is for sure episode 8.
Right, this is episode 8, so you're a salty vet at this point. You've
getting there, almost double digits. We're close.
So we get comments. I don't know if it's wise to read the comments. Do you read comments on Instagram and YouTube?
It's for me personally, it's a hit or miss. Like I'll graze through comments. Like if I'm scrolling on my For You page on TikTok, I'm 100% going through comments. But on my social media, my personal social media, like I'll read my friends' comments for sure and everything. But there are those random people out there that they honestly can say some nasty things sometimes, and that's just not something I want to read. That people are saying about me. Like, not that I care what people say, I never do, but it's just not something that I want a random thought floating around on my mind. And there's a lot of haters out there, and you're not doing it right if you don't have haters, I guess. So like I tend to not read the mean comments, but you gotta stay updated and know what people are thinking every once in a while. But I do love seeing the good comments and the positivity. I'm here for all of that for sure.
Well, I'm about to read a comment on YouTube, but I'm curious about these, negative comments. Like, are we talking about junk like stick to softball? Are we talking about that kind of stuff or worse?
All of it. Oh, it gets worse. It gets bad sometimes, man. Like I was talking to our social media coordinator for the Party Animals maybe 2 weekends ago. And she was like, dude, with stuff with you in it, like people they be posting nasty things and they're literally sitting there and like deleting comments and stuff. And it's really just, honestly, it's like mostly men just talking crap about the girl on the team and about how she should be playing softball or I don't belong there. And it can even get into like personal things like, is that a girl or a boy? It can be pretty hasty.
Well, let me just say, on behalf of my gender, I'm sorry you have to go through that.
I've grown used to it, but I've come to find out that there's some good guys out there, and you are 100% one of them, Mike.
Okay. Well, I'm doing my best. Now, I mentioned I'm gonna read a comment from YouTube.
Okay.
And it's not nasty. It's actually a rather curious, interesting.
Okay.
Interesting questions. So This gentleman's name is William, and he took the time to post on the YouTube channel. And I'm gonna read the whole thing, and then I'll read it piece by piece because it's multiple questions, and you don't want to answer 6 questions at once. So
I'll definitely forget. So
on the official WPBL YouTube channel, where we post the video of each episode of the WPBL podcast. So if people are listening via podcast, subscribe on YouTube and you can see the action. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe via Apple or Spotify or the podcast app of your choice. You can diversify here. So let me
Yeah.
read what William wrote.
Let me hear it.
What kind of baseballs will be used? Why not use wooden bats? Why only 7 innings? What's the coaching staff? Will they be only females? What umpires are you using? Are they going to be only females? So that's how William wrote it. By the way, I
Okay.
wouldn't say females. I think women is what he's trying to say. Like female
Yeah.
sounds like you're in biology and you're talking about
Yeah, like we're breeding them. We're breeding like the WPBL league or
Right.
something.
So he's asking about women. So I'm going to read the first question now, and
Okay.
you'll address it.
Hit me.
What kind of baseballs will be used?
Well, William, I believe there's really only, one certain type of baseball that are used in professional leagues, and that is your most basic generic leather string baseball. It's the same density, the same circumference. It's just a baseball.
The same baseball they used, for example, for the Dodgers versus Blue Jays in the 2025 World Series.
Yes.
We won't talk about how that World Series ended up, okay? Okay. Next question from William. Why not use wooden bats?
That's actually a really good question. I highly prefer to hit with wood. But because, if you think about it, sometimes in, women's sports, we don't, have as much power as most men do. There are some girls out there that have lots of power and who can 100% hit home runs with wood bats, right? But it's not the whole league. So, we make an adjustment and we're opening it up to be hitting with drop fives, metal bats. Those are USSSA bats. And yes, but why not wood bats? I think it'll just add a little more action, I guess you could say, with metal bats. I'm not saying that we can't be successful with wood bats, but I do think swinging with metal bats will get more home runs. We'll get way harder line drives, faster ground balls, and all that stuff. So I think metal bats will just keep it way more interesting, I guess would be a good way to put it, but not to undermine that we surely can hit with wood bats.
Why only 7 innings?
So in the WBSC, we play 7 innings in women's baseball. So I think they are going more so towards those WBSC rules because that has been the league that women baseball players have been able to play in for the last few years. So we're kind of going with those standards and rules that they have set. So we do play 7 innings in the World Cup League. So we're going by that. And, not to compare to softball or anything, but those are also 7 innings. Me personally, every time I've played in a women's baseball league, it's only been 7 innings. So maybe that's just something that's across the board. But another good question that I've honestly never thought about, really.
Well, in tennis, when you watch the majors, for example, the men are a best of 5 and the women are a best of 3.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this is a similar spirit, possibly.
Yeah. It can honestly be compared to the wood bat question, honestly.
Okay. Now, this question, I think our commissioner answered it, but let's hear from you, Ashton. Basically, will the coaching staff be only women?
So the answer is, I don't know just yet. I don't think it will be only women, though. We are just trying to get the best of the best coaches, whether they are women, men. It doesn't matter. We just want the best of the best, but I'm sure that there's going to be a good mix.
And what umpires will you be using, and will they only be women?
Hopefully good umpires. And I'm not sure if they will all be women, but I'm sure be having some women on the umpire staff. So again, probably a good mix. And we just want the best of the best on the field with us.
All right. There's William's questions answered. I hope William is listening. And I thank William for his questions. And if anyone else leaves a comment on the YouTube channel, I'll check it out every week and I'll pull any other questions. Yeah.
Feel free. Let us know any comments, questions, concerns you may have. We love to hear what you guys are thinking.
So why don't you give us a very brief update on what you've been up to this past week, and then I'll play a little audio and I'll get the heck out of the way because we have an amazing guest today.
Yes. Yeah, cool. So this actually lines up really well with our guest coming up. I was actually just in New York City. We just played at Yankee Stadium. It was Party Animals against the Savannah Bananas. We ended up splitting the series. We won 1. The Bananas won 1. They were both really, really good games. And actually this weekend we were supposed to play Saturday, Sunday, and have a full rehearsal day on Friday, but the weather was so bad on Saturday. It was pouring down, raining, 100% rain in the entire area all day. So we ended up having to move the game from Saturday to Friday with a 24-hour notice, like for all the fans and everything. Like we had to make the adjustment and move the game. So we had that game Friday night. I got in a bat, I walked, got on first, and then we had another ball four sprint, ran all the way to third, took 2 bases, and then scored.
Wow.
So it was a lot of fun. Got to run the bases in a game at
Amazing.
Yankee Stadium. So that was super freaking cool. And I mean, I will just never forget going up to bat and doing the little all we do with the plate tap with the bat and everything, and then looking up at the pitcher and just seeing Yankee Stadium in the background and just filled seats and everything. I will never forget that moment. It was one of the coolest just visuals I've ever gotten to encounter so far in my life. It was so cool.
It's the house that Ruth built, but conquered by Ashton.
I wish it was conquered by me, but maybe conquered by Jeter.
Right.
Yeah.
Amazing. Any other update before I play this audio?
Well, I told you I was late today. And you want to know what my last minute appointment was?
Only
I was getting
if you're willing
done.
to share. What were you
I was sitting there getting my nails done, Mike.
Oh.
They took way longer than I anticipated them to, and I was like, crap. Mike is gonna be so pissed at me. I can't be late for this, but I might have to be a few minutes late. But
I don't get mad. I get even. I'm gonna get my nails done next week.
As you should. If I'm late again, I'll pay for them. How about that?
It's a deal. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago, maybe a few weeks ago, I played a clip from the Kelly Clarkson Show? Do you remember that?
I do remember that, yes.
How do you feel about me playing it again?
Play it again. I honestly probably need to hear it again. I've heard so many things in the past 2 weeks. So
all right, here's Kelly Clarkson.
When I was 13, I tried out for my high school team, baseball team, and there was 3 rounds of cuts, and I made it through the first 2 rounds. On the last day, they invited me into the room, and they said, "You're good enough to play middle infield, but we just can't have you on the team." And I knew what that meant. So as a 13-year-old girl, I wasn't about to stand there and argue with 3 grown men.
Yeah.
So I stood up, I thanked them for the opportunity, and I walked out. When I got home, I was so upset. I was so tired of fighting, so tired of trying to prove myself on the field, and I almost quit. And luckily that summer, I was introduced to New York Girls Baseball and Baseball for All, which gave me the opportunity to keep playing baseball outside of school where I was cut.
So. Yeah. Their loss. Definitely their loss. Now you're playing first base for the pro team in Boston.
Yes.
That's the coolest thing, man, about being a part of sports. I always tell my kids, too, is look, mommy didn't end up being an athlete, but it's it's such a great thing socially, to learn how to work as a team.
Yeah.
Those, relationships you can maybe have possibly for the rest of your life. You learn a lot about yourself and confidence. There's so much else that goes into it, if you're wanting to do it professionally or not.
Awesome. And everyone, that was Sabrina Robinson that we have here today, who was on the Kelly Clarkson Show not too long ago. What's up, Sabrina? How we doing?
What's up? Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for hopping on. How's life treating you so far?
It's been good. Lots of baseball, so I'm happy.
Yeah,
that's good. You can play.
Good. So we'll talk about the Kelly Clarkson Show since we just heard that little clip. How was that entire experience? I definitely got some FOMO somehow.
No, it was so cool. And it was just honestly really, I was just honored to be able to share more about the WPBL, especially on such a big stage. Oh, here's my cat.
Hi there. Okay, we love extra guest.
He's my little baby.
What's his name?
Gabe.
Gabe. What's up,
yeah.
Gabe?
But yeah, it was super cool to be able to introduce the world, or daytime television, I guess, audiences to women's baseball, because especially, I think you said in a previous episode, now's a good time for the push and to educate people, especially before the inaugural season. So I was really honored to have the opportunity to do that for the community.
Yeah, that's so cool. I mean, you were definitely, giving exposure to the world, because you got to think you got thousands to millions of viewers that were live and watching that show and rewatching that episode. So that is super cool. And I mean, how did you get involved in that? Did you get invited to Kelly Clarkson? Did you reach out to them? How'd that happen?
So Cassie, the president of New York Girls Baseball, had reached out, I think, to a few of us. And sent her information to the Kelly Clarkson Show because they were looking to do a segment on us.
Sweet.
And then the producers reached out to us, I'm pretty sure individually. And then I got to send a "Hey Kelly" and just explain my story.
Yeah.
Kind of what I said on TV, and they chopped it up and made it a little more eloquent.
That's awesome. How was Kelly Clarkson? How was meeting
She
her?
was the sweetest, but it's
Yeah.
like so weird because I was taller than her. So I was like, oh my God, like, because I felt like I should be like looking up at her, like, oh my God,
Right.
this is Kelly Clarkson. But I was just like, hi, nice to meet you. Like, and she's just
Yeah, you like feel so little compared to her, but then you see her in
Yeah.
person, you're like, oh, you're like smaller than me.
Well, literally, especially like growing up listening to her, it was so.
Yeah.
Crazy. I was like,
That's
oh, you're
awesome.
a person. Like you're not. Like,
Yeah, that's cool. I love to hear that she was very sweet and everything. So
Yeah.
let's take it back to the beginning for you, just to give everyone some background on who you are, where you came from and everything. So how did you get involved and started playing baseball? And just give us a little gist of the life of Sabrina.
Yeah, I have a kind of long, crazy journey. I
Give it
grew
to
up
me.
playing. Yeah, grew up playing multiple sports. I had a brother, or have a brother, not had. Have a brother. He's a little less than 2 years older than me, but I skipped a grade, so we were only a grade apart. So basically,
wow.
we grew up playing sports together, doing the same stuff, which is why I was able to skip a grade because I was doing his homework with him. So I got to give him some credit. But baseball was always every spring we would go play baseball together, and then eventually, obviously, the softball conversation started happening. And luckily, my dad was always in the back of my head and always in my coach's ears saying, her brother's not switching. They're saying, like, her brother's not switching. Why does she have to switch? And, like, that always clicked with me. Like, yeah, give me a good reason. Like, why do I have to switch? And it's like they try to say, like, oh, girls can't play baseball. But I literally just hit a home run. So, like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Like, make it make sense.
Make it make sense, literally.
Yeah. So I kind of just grew up with that in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
And then
got that little chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, just like and it's so weird being a child and having that click and having adults. So it's like at some point
it almost like makes you grow up a little quick.
Yes, exactly. Which I feel like unfortunately has to happen for like a lot of girls playing baseball.
Yeah, a lot of girls in sports, I'm sure.
Just in sports in general. But yeah, so I played with only boys all the way up until I was 13. I made my middle school team, but that was a fight. I barely got any playing time and blah blah blah. Like, so that was a fight. And then I made it to high school, and I was like, these boys, like, I've been playing with these boys all my life. Like, I know I can compete. The high school coach, like, knows I'm coming. Like, I'm the girl who plays baseball, like, in town.
Yeah.
Like, they know I'm coming. So I get to tryouts, and it's 3 rounds of cuts. I made it through the first 2. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pretty much feel like you got it in the bag at this point, you know?
Yeah. It's like, well, I'd be cut by now. I thought the mile run was going to take me out because I'm not a runner. I'm a power hitter. I hit it hard so I can take my time.
You can jog around the bases for sure.
But so 3rd round of cuts, I go into the room. They're pulling us in one by one. So it's me, a 13-year-old girl, and 3 grown men in a room by myself. So already a little intimidating.
Yeah.
But luckily, I've been playing baseball all my life, so it's nothing new.
Right.
So eventually, blah, blah, blah. I cannot even, it was just like Charlie Brown, like, wah, 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 wah. I was saying, you're good enough to play middle infield for us, but we just can't have you on the team. Wow. And as soon as they said that last part, I was like,
And it was just like, we just can't, they didn't give you like any, I mean, not that there's even a good reason to exist, but like they just said you can't.
They just said, like, they said we cannot have you on the team. And as soon as, like, I could ask more questions, but as soon as they said that, I was like, gotcha.
Not about to do it. Yeah. Not worth my energy.
Not worth my time. I literally, I don't even think I let them finish. I stood up, shook their hands because I was
honestly, Thank you.
I was about to cry and I was not going to give them the satisfaction of making me do it.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, so I remember booking it out. I think I called my mom. I was so upset. I was so frustrated. Like, she still laughs to this day.
Yeah. Gosh, just heartbreaking.
Yeah, exactly. And it makes me so sad, like, thinking that other like people, like, past, present, future, had to go through that, like, because it's so heartbreaking for no reason.
It is.
But yeah, so that day I think was like my toughest mental challenge, and where it really flipped of like, the problem wasn't that I was trying to play baseball. The problem was grown men trying to stop a woman from playing baseball for no good reason. So that's where
period.
Yeah, like, so I just, you know, if I'm wrong, I don't want to be right, kind of like.
No, literally, because like there is no good reason for girls to not play baseball. Literally, give me a good reason, and if there wasn't a reason, or if there was a reason, this league wouldn't exist, because literally, please give me a reason as to why girls can't play baseball.
Yeah, and then that same summer, I saw Monet
Okay.
playing on the Little League World Series, and
Really? Wow.
yeah, and so it was so much like it was such an impact for me because I thought I was the only girl playing.
Yeah.
And so.
Did you never come across any other girl while you played baseball? I mean, like, I know T-ball, like young ages at T-ball, like 3, 4, you'll see some girls, but they'll tend to go to softball quickly after that. So you never came across any other girl?
No, not until that same summer where Monet was playing, because I had gone to the Little League World Series baseball camp. I was the first girl to go. They had to hire someone's sister like last minute to come stay with me because they were like, we only have boys to like.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
So I played on the same fields that like Monet was playing on, and the Little League was always so supportive. Like, obviously they hired a whole person to like let me stay overnight. They could have been like, go stay in a hotel. But so they have always been so supportive. And so to see Monet out there was like, that's why it's so important that like we get to be that representation for people, because like I honestly think I would have quit. Like,
I mean, you know, it's hard when you don't have anyone like you to look up to. Like, there were, you know, the Derek Jeters and the Chipper Jones and all the guys to look up to in MLB, but it's like we never had really a female baseball player to look up to. I mean, there were the women in, you know, the 40s and 50s and stuff, but that was just like so long ago. You know, it's sometimes you don't even think about that in the same sense, I guess. But it's like growing up, I mean, who do you look up to, really? It's kind of like you got to do it within yourself, you know, you got to do it for yourself. But now here we are getting to be those women for the younger girls below us and coming up after us. How does that feel for you to be one of those women now?
It's honestly like so cool. And like I said before, I'm just so honored to be able to be someone I never had growing up. And I just really want to, like, I coach younger girls. So I really want to make sure that like I'm their big sister and that I'm there for them, and that they know, like, if anyone ever like talks bad to you, like, let me know, send them my way.
Yeah.
Like, you can play. Like, we'll
I can definitely tell you're like, yeah, you're like ride or die for your girls, I can tell.
Yeah. So it's just, I'm really grateful that we're at a point that we can have all of this. So
that's awesome. That's so cool. Okay, and then what happened in college? Did you go to college at all? Did you play ball in college?
I'm so sorry, my cats are fighting. In college, so COVID happened at the end of my senior year and the beginning of my freshman year. In senior year of high school, I was already between baseball or softball. Like, I could not decide, like, because it was between, do I go to college and get a scholarship or do what I want to do? And like,
there.
Yeah. So you get it. But then COVID happened and I didn't have to make a choice. I ended up tearing my ACL. So I took it.
Oh, twin, same. Literally right during COVID.
So honestly, I'm not mad because it was like perfect timing. Everything was like canceled anyway.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm not mad. I was mad at the time, but everything worked out.
Yes.
Perfectly.
Yeah. I was literally in that same boat with you at the same time. That's crazy.
I think I remember seeing you on social media and I was like, okay, I feel
oh my God, same. Like, we're good. I'm not the only one doing this right now.
Yeah. But yeah, so I kind of took a step back. I did a pageant. Took a total 360 from sports while I was recovering.
Wow. Okay. She can do it all.
No, it was crazy. That was a whole sport in of itself.
What was your special talent in the pageant?
Yeah, everyone always asks that, but we didn't have one. We just had to do like a little dance. We just had to do.
Okay, what would it be? Off the top of your head,
I can like spin a basketball. I can spin my helmet on my finger. So
okay, cool.
I can do some cool tricks with the basketball.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Or yodeling or something, maybe. I don't know.
Wow. A woman of many tricks.
But yeah, so and I was a catcher, so I had a knee injury, so I kind of had to take a step back from baseball for a little bit. And then I got back into diving and ice hockey in college.
Oh, wow.
So I did that.
Women of many talents for real. Like, they just keep coming. I'm waiting to hear about this when this bowling thing comes in too.
Bowling was high school. That got cut off by COVID, unfortunately. Yes, it was varsity captain.
Period. Okay.
But yeah, that was just to get out of gym class. If you did a sport, you know, everyone was so mad. They were like, "You got out of gym for bowling?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yep. And the chicken tenders.
Yes, and the chicken tenders. Bowling and chicken tenders hit different.
Hey, that's a great combo right there. I would skip gym class for that too.
Yeah, I'd skip to do my homework though. I just want to say that.
That's funny. Okay, so then we're at college. Where'd you go to college at?
So I started in Montclair State, and that's where I played ice hockey and dove.
Cool.
Then I ended up hurting my knee again, so I had to stop diving.
Oh man.
I continued playing ice hockey, but then I ended up starting a women's club baseball team there with the help of Justine and Baseball for All.
You started it?
Yes. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay.
So,
how'd that go? How was it like finding players and recruiting and all that stuff?
Everyone was super supportive, more than I thought would be, especially for like a totally new sport. And I have so much respect for the women who like came to try out a new sport, because baseball is not easy. It's like not an easy sport to just pick up.
No.
Especially playing 60-90, like that was like the challenge
full field, definitely.
Yeah. Because there's even like some women coming back now who still have to like build up and get used to, and like me too, I have to get back used to like 60-90, like the big field.
That's how I feel like going back and forth from softball to baseball these last few years. Like it's a big difference. I'm like gassed running the bases on a baseball field sometimes now. You forget how long they are.
Yeah. But so I commend them because I had some of my hockey teammates come, had some of my swimming and diving teammates come.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And we just had a blast. So it was kind of nice to just like, it was kind of like when you're working with younger kids and they're just doing like basic fundamentals. You can just have fun. You don't have to worry about like tweaking and like being perfect.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of
learning this play. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. And honestly, just growing the game at the end of the day.
A lot of them fell in love with it. I was like, I'm so proud of you guys. Someone got hit in the face and she was like laughing. She didn't love it. I was like,
way to be a good sport.
Yeah.
So does Montclair State, does the women's club baseball team still exist now? Are you still in college?
It is. So I actually transferred to Penn State. I switched my major, and then I'm going online now. Just worked with the schedule and like the league and stuff better.
Yeah.
So it's not currently running anymore, unfortunately. We did have some issues with the club sports office at the time, and Justine had to help us out a lot. So it was just a lot to keep running, especially since I was.
Yeah, especially being just a student there, I'm sure it was just a lot. Yeah. Well, that's still really, really cool that you did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're highly involved with Baseball for All, I believe, right?
Yes.
What do you do with them?
So I coach at like a few of the pastime events. Anything Justine invites me to come coach, I'm there. And then I also coach for a BFA affiliated team, the Philly Flames.
Awesome. Love to hear that. Well, the last question I guess I will have for you, 10 years from now, what do you hope people say about this first generation of WPBL players?
Ooh. I hope they say that we were like the originals. Like I want to be
OGs.
Yeah, like the OGs. Like you know how like second season of a show, like
it doesn't hit the same.
Say it like we're gonna be so hungry, like we're gonna come out like so like hot. I feel like it's gonna be like you can't top the like inaugural.
That's awesome. You gotta be there to be an OG, man. Yeah. That's awesome. I love it. Well, Mike, do you have any questions for Sabrina here?
Absolutely. On the Kelly Clarkson Show, do they feed you?
Oh my gosh, yes. We got a whole bowl of snacks and they were like, take it home. I was like,
I'm taking the bowl.
I'm taking the bag. Yeah. Yep. I was like, oh, but I don't want to seem greedy. She was like,
take it all.
I was like,
I always wondered, like, on those shows, how well they take care of you. Like, are they bringing in sushi? What are they bringing in for you? But it sounds like it's snacks.
Maybe if I was like someone more famous.
Oh, you're plenty famous enough.
Show or something.
Yeah.
So early in this episode, we heard from William on YouTube, who had a bunch of questions that Ashton was answering. But one of them I wanted to ask you was regarding the coaching staff in this inaugural season of the WPBL. Like, what are your thoughts? Do you wish that the coaching staff were all women? Do you care?
I personally don't care. And I think I might echo a little bit of what Kelsey said, is that if I were to be like, oh, I don't want that person because they're a gender, and like assume and make judgments on a person because of their gender, then I would be going against everything I ever stood for. So I just want the most qualified people, the most excited and the most invested. Like I want someone to be as invested as we are and into it and just to have fun. And I just want what's best for the league and what's best for the team. It's just like baseball is like, there's 9 people on the field. So we all need to work together and do what's best for everybody. So men, women, whatever, as long as they're invested and love us and love baseball and are qualified, I'm happy with men, women, whatever. Because I grew up with both. So I'm good with either.
Period.
And Ashton, did you pick that up? She kind of referenced an earlier episode with Kelsey. Like, she's a diehard listener.
Oh yeah, she is. I know Sabrina is very updated and involved in everything women's baseball. So it's been awesome to have you on this episode, Sabrina.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, we'll definitely have you on again at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, thank you for your time today. I wish you the best in everything you're doing now leading up until August 1st. And I will see you in Springfield, Illinois here pretty soon.
Cool. See you there.
All right. Thanks for the time today. Well, that was awesome. What a great conversation we had there. I'm still like getting FOMO about the Kelly Clarkson show. Like, that just seems so cool. Kelly Clarkson seems like such a cool person.
Well, I don't blame you for the FOMO, because now that you're a rising media superstar, you expect to get those calls, right?
Sometimes, but you got to spread the love to other players, and other players totally deserve the spotlight too. I do not want to be the person to soak it all up. I pride myself on being humbled. So I just love that this league is getting exposure from anyone and to anyone. So yeah, I love to see it, honestly.
Also, am I right? This is our second player in a row from Boston.
That is true. After we had no one until episode 7. So there you go.
Okay, love it. I'm learning so much. It's like a ground floor opportunity to be a part of this league, and to even just to be, you say the voice of God, but that's, of course, I'm just happy to be on board, pun intended. I'm happy to be on board as you host this this great podcast, and it's another home run for you, Ashton.
Well, thank you so much. I love being here. I love doing this, and we're still learning as we go, but honestly, it's been great so far, and I hope the show just keeps getting better and better, and we're getting more and more viewers and more comments too. I honestly want to hear more from you guys. Questions, comments, concerns, like I said earlier, like, give it all to us, even the nasty stuff. We can get nitty gritty in here if we want to, so we can turn to the shade room. So please, but maybe not. But yeah,
careful what you wish for.
I know. But yeah, do love to hear all of the things you beautiful people have to say. So definitely try to keep it positive in there. But thank you guys for tuning in. This was another great episode. Again, I'm your host, Ashton Lansdell. You can follow me across all platforms at Ashton Lansdell, ASHTONLANSDELL. And for anything and everything about the WPBL, you can go to womensprobaseball.com and follow on the socials at WPBL_official across all platforms. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope y'all have a great day, and much love.